Hello everyone, and welcome back to another string review and playtest. Today we are talking about Tecnifibre Razor Code, officially licensed by the ATP World Tour. And honestly, that's one of the main reasons why you would buy this string. There's one thing that Tecnifibre does really, really well, and that's aesthetics. They make some very aesthetically pleasing rackets. They make some very nice packaging. That's one of the reasons why I really like Tecnifibre, is just the actual look of it. Now, when it comes to strings, does that matter in the least? No, because once you cut it out of the package, you've cut it out of the package. That's all there is to it. Now, one of the interesting things is that this string is made in France. And again, like I said before, Tecnifibre being an official partner of the ATP, they kind of call this like, an official string of the ATP, whatever that's supposed to mean. And that's one of the reasons why the price is what the price is. So it is like a $15 string. It might even be more than that. You can always check the review for me to put down the retail price. Definitely a pricier one, and definitely just kind of an average string. And like I say in so many of these videos, and it's not meant to be super critical or anything like that, but the string is fine. Like, it does what it's supposed to do, but it doesn't do anything spectacular. So for the price, you're definitely gonna be able to find alternatives that probably play just as well. And one of the things that they do say about this string, which is interesting, so there's a little category that says like diagnostic, and they write standard polyester strings generate 22% more arm fatigue compared with PU multifilaments. And then they say their solution is a unique production process based on high temperature pre-stretch of the matrix. Okay, I mean, that sounds impressive. And I will say, for a string that's more on the muted, focusing on control first and foremost, just a very stiff control-based string, it's not as bad on the arm as some other ones. I don't know where they come up with these statistics or anything like that, but it is a little bit easier on the arm compared to some of the harsher ones that came out in years past. Nowadays, to me, it doesn't feel that much different from other strings. So if you are curious how this string plays, it is more on that super muted emphasis on control. There's not as much kind of just inherent power in the string. There's not a tremendous amount of ball bite either. When it comes out of the packaging, it has a little bit more of that like pliable, sticky kind of feel, the same way Vocal Cyclone felt when I pulled that out of the package. But once you put it into the racket, I thought right away it did play pretty good. There wasn't like a super large or noticeable break-in process. And then the string itself does play like a muted, fairly stiff, not a whole lot of like feel or pop polyester. And when I was playing inside, I had this string and I also had Tour Status from Tier 1 side by side. And the feel of those two strings is like night and day. So like with the Tour Status, you get so much more pop. You get so much more response off the string bed. This one's like a ton more dead, but the strings themselves played somewhat similar, but this string obviously a bit more control. So you can go for a little more. That ball is still going to drop in. But again, otherwise, it's really not that impressive of a string. It's not a string that I would buy again or go out of my way to play with again. If I was in a pinch and I was playing with somebody who hits really, really hard, I would have no problem putting this string in my racket. But again, it's not one that I'm going to be running out to the store to pick up more sets of. So there you have it, Tecnifibre Razor Code, on the more muted side of things, super control friendly, but otherwise just another polyester string in a long list and long line of polyester strings that are available today on the market. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back with another review shortly. Take care.